Influencer marketing. You've probably heard this term tossed here and there, and you've probably seen examples online of it. But do you actually know what it means, and why should you care? Well, let's find out together. Advertising is as old as humankind. It's like that one annoying friend that never goes away. Ads are everywhere and you cannot escape them. They're on the billboards as you drive home on the freeway, they're in the bus stop benches, they're in newspapers, and with the birth of the internet, advertisers had a new medium to promote their goods and services, and that medium was called social media, with the power of influencer marketing. According to Media Kicks, 8 out of 10 advertising marketers find influencer marketing to be effective. In 2020, 90% of US marketers name Instagram as the most important social media platform for influencer marketing. So that begs the question, who is qualified as an influencer and what technically is influencer marketing? You might think that an influencer is someone who has a massive following online, and although that's usually true, the truth is that not all influencers have 1 million followers on Instagram. Many just have a few thousand. According to Forbes, an influencer is defined as someone who has the power to influence the perception of others or to get them to do something different. So when advertisers are vetting talent, they look for influencers who are credible, who are good salespeople, but also influencers who have a good consumer reach. And there's also different tiers to the influencer classification. So the first category of influencers is celebrities. These are people who have 1 million followers or more on social media. They're usually people who got famous for their talent, whether that's because they make music, they are a dancer, or whether they're an actress or they're a model. And these are the more expensive brand collaborations, and examples of people who are notorious for their brand deals are people like Blackpink, Ariana Grande, and Hailey Bieber. The next category of influencers are called mega influencers. These people also have 1 million plus followers on social media, but they differ from celebrities because they got famous through social media. And examples of this is people like Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio, Alicia Marie, and Janim. These collabs are not as expensive as celebrity collabs. The third group in influencer marketing is called macro influencers. These are people who have anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million followers on social media.
Native is sponsoring this video again because we have such a good relationship, and I have an even better relationship with their products.
But it's one of those masks that you can use weekly and it will not cause any issues to your skin. It's light enough that it doesn't cause any damage.
I would like to thank Coco and Eve for being today's sponsor. I've been using Coco and Eve's hair products for quite some time, and I've been really enjoying it. Today's video will be my wet to dry hair care / hairstyling routine.
Mid-tier influencers are people who have 50,000 to 500,000 followers. Micro influencers have 10,000 to 50,000 followers. At the bottom of the influencer marketing food chain is what you call a nano influencer. These are people who have anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 followers on social media. I myself am also a nano influencer. I also have a friend, her name is Claire Daw. We will be interviewing her in this video, and she's also a nano influencer. I'm actually working with a brand called Cup Sheet, and they send me 3 swimsuits of my choice for free. This is what the products come in a box like this. It's super cute. It says alley oop in cursive, just a little red box. Their marketing is really cute. I love how it's just very minimalist and clean. The brand Duval, I'm gonna link it down below. They're not sponsoring this video, but they did send this to me like several months ago, and I've been putting up this skincare routine. I have some super exciting stuff to talk about today. I got this present from Victoria's Secret Pink just yesterday. It came in the mail last night. Now, let's talk about the history of influencer marketing and where it all started. Before the internet was a thing, the only way a person could gain fame or notoriety was through the entertainment business, whether that was acting, singing, dancing, or being on television. Influencer marketing actually started off with celebrity endorsements of products. For example, in the early 2000s, you could not get away without seeing a commercial that either featured Beyonce or Britney Spears favoring a soda drink or beauty product. Jeff Fromm states the following in his book, Marketing to Gen Z, The Rules for Reaching the Vast and Very Different Generation of Influencers. Today, however, due to the emergence of social media platforms, celebrities no longer have a monopoly on influence. Regular people are gaining influence online based on their unique voice, opinion, or expertise. This has widened the playing field for marketers looking to tap into people with influence to help promote their brand or product.
The studies have shown that influencers have a higher level of trust with their audience. So they're perceived to be just like you and me. They wouldn't lead me astray. If they have been saying they like this product, then I believe them. With celebrities, we already have the presumption that they're being paid. Maybe they use this product, maybe they don't. So the trust is definitely lower. However, I do think there is a place in the market for both of them. So if your goal as a brand is to increase your brand awareness, but maybe not necessarily your sales at this point, but you really need more people to know about you, then going with larger influencers or celebrities is a great way to go. Because they have much larger audiences. But if your goal is to maybe just make sales or create long-term brand advocates, then having a smaller, a micro or a nano influencer is going to work better for you because the trust level is higher.
In 2005, YouTube was founded, and it started the phenomenon what's called vlogging, filming your daily life. And 5 years later, Instagram was founded in 2010. Back in the early to mid 2000s, people were not profiting off of their content online. However, brands started to notice that ordinary people were able to generate their own following, and they saw this as very profitable.
The other thing about influencer marketing from the business perspective is that the ROI is usually a lot higher. So ROI is return on investment. That means anytime you're on the business side and you're making a budget, you want to make sure that whatever you're investing in is going to give you an equal or more return. Influencers today are a lot cheaper than celebrity endorsements. You don't have to deal with all of the agents and the extra fees that come on with that.
Marketers are very aware that Gen Z and millennial generations are using social media pretty much on a daily basis, which is why they tend to use influencer marketing to target these demographics. According to the Pew Research Center, the social media usage among American adults has exponentially grown over the last 16 years. For example, in 2005, only 5% of adults reported using at least one social media platform. Now compare that number to 2021, where 72% of adults reported using at least one social media platform. Out of all the age groups, people under the age of 29 use social media the most. In the early days of YouTube, people would upload videos featuring clothing items they bought in a haul, makeup gurus would film themselves testing out new drugstore makeup items, or people would film what's in my purse videos. But it wasn't until around 2013, 2014 that influencer marketing really took off. For example, YouTube personality Bethany Mota rose to fame in the early 2000s after creating her YouTube channel. She currently sits at 9.77 million subscribers on YouTube. Her content primarily consists of makeup tutorials, get ready with me, hauls, and vlog lifestyle content. She was one of the very first influencers to be partnered with a big brand. In December of 2013, Bethany Mota launched her clothing collection with Aeropostale. It was a successful launch because Aeropostale decided to collaborate with her again. Bethany Mota's Aeropostale collection was one of those very first collections ever with an influencer, but 8 years later, it's very common for an influencer to either have a collaboration like that, be sponsored by a big brand, be gifted free products, or have affiliate links that are commissionable.
When brands want to work with you and they are going to pay you, there's a couple of different options. So they can either say, hey, we're going to pay you in a lump sum. I haven't personally had this happen, but I know a lot of a lot of bigger influencers will have to wait like a 90-day rule before they get that payment to make sure they keep the video up or the Instagram post up for 90 days. So they'll say, hey, like just for an example, big influencers will get paid maybe $10,000 for a YouTube video, and they have to keep that video up for 90 days and then they'll get their check. I haven't had that happen, but then also in the past, for example, with my FabFitFun account, I will have like an affiliate link or a discount code that people can use to get a discount off their FabFitFun boxes. And so when people use that code at the end of the next season is when I will get like a deposit of the amount of money that I made from those codes being used. So it kind of is a lengthy process. There's not a lot. I've had one brand say we'll give you half up front and then half after you post. So it's kind of a different process depending on, I guess, which brands you work with. Some brands will send you a direct deposit into your bank account. I've had some do through PayPal. So it kind of just, I guess, depends on who you're working with.
So there's two main reasons why you should care about what influencer marketing is. The first is, as a consumer, you want to be able to distinguish what is real and what is sponsored, because the lines when it comes to social media advertising is very blurred. Oftentimes it's hard to see if an influencer is being genuine about how they feel about a product or if it's sponsored, because not all influencers always comply with FTC guidelines. And the other reason why you should care is because in this day and age, brands and companies are looking to influencers who have smaller counts of followers than they did in the past. Nano and micro and macro influencers are really where it's at. And that's kind of where the trajectory is for the influencer marketing industry, is that if you have a desire to create content, if you have a talent, a niche, information or skills that you want to share with other people, you have the opportunity to monetize it by creating a following and hopefully getting brand deals or getting gifts from companies to you in exchange for content. And that's why I really think that it's important for the ordinary person to really understand how it works, so that way you can utilize influencer marketing in a positive, productive, and helpful way to your life, instead of being scammed out of your money because you bought a product that an influencer promoted but it was not worth it.